We're live. Welcome back. I'm Ethan. That is Sean.
Episode 3.
Yeah, episode 3. And today we have a very special guest. The roommate Tristan is here for his first guest appearance on the show. What's going on?
How's it going, guys?
Just input confetti
It's awesome
sound right
to-
there.
Yeah,
To be out here and be a part of it, it's awesome. It's awesome. I like it.
So, Tristan, you want to tell people about yourself? Or do you want?
Yeah. I come from like East Texas and grew up in East Texas and was born in
Look,
East Texas.
it doesn't have to be like a scientific
Okay.
project. Just be like,
Oh yeah. Oh
Hey,
yeah.
let
oh,
him
yeah.
talk. Let him talk.
I'm from Austin. To keep it super short and simple, I go to Texas State. I'm a criminal justice major with a minor in psychology, and that's the short basis of me and who I am.
It's tough.
I know.
Before you were
it's
interrupted, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just sorry.
What a
We gotta
host
keep
you
it
are.
moving.
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
it moving. We're good.
What a host you are. All right. So, what are we gonna talk about today, boys? We got Tristan on the show. You know, we gotta talk about some things.
Yeah, I'm excited. I have high expectations.
Oh, you're
for
a
the
guest.
first
What do you
two
want to talk about?
episodes.
Yeah,
Signs and coincidences.
Signs and coincidences.
Yeah.
I like that.
I could flow with that.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah, you go ahead, Sean. Yeah, go ahead.
It's funny that you say that.
Yeah, 'cause we were
this
talking about
past
this yesterday.
weekend, I had an experience where I was like, "Yo, dude." When it was happening, I was like, "Yo, this is getting crazier and crazier. Like each second that went by, I had ran into a friend over the weekend, caught up with her.
Yeah.
I won't say any names, but I caught up with her. If you're listening, you're probably like, "What the fuck?"
Hey, just keep going.
Okay,
Just keep going.
but I ran into her, and actually I didn't run into her. I went to her house, and with Ethan. I didn't. Okay. I know you're thinking. We went over there. We hung out. We caught up. We all went to middle school together.
Yeah.
But long story short, we ended up talking about this guy that she used to date. And so I was like, "Yo, like I like that guy, but like
always fun.
obviously that's your ex, so it's like a little awkward. But whatever, I get it. Shit
Yeah.
happens." So I was like, "Okay." I go to work like 2-3 days later, and I'm getting
Lo and
out,
behold.
and I'm late getting out of work. Like I'm not like supposed to be out this late. Like all this shit that happened during work. Like I lost like one of my devices for like an hour. And I was like walking around like, dude, I can't find this. And like I was like, oh, I found it. Like once I found it, I was like, it was in the dumbest spot. Anyways,
Long day.
long day. And I had just like got out to my car, and like I had thought of all the people I had talked to, all the things that would have had to happen in order for me to catch him at this window. I just saw like I saw this dude walk out in front of my car, and I was like, holy shit. I was
Is
like,
that-
in my head I was like, there goes the ex-boyfriend. But like I was like, oh,
Oh.
it was him. Yeah.
Oh.
And I had known him from school too, like, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, hey, and I said his name. I was like, I know him when I see him. Like,
Oh,
he's like, oh snap, and he walked over. I was like,
this is awkward.
no, yeah, but like it was so. I don't know if it was like, cause we had talked about him, you
Yeah,
know?
'cause-
and then
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was like, a couple days later, boom, there he is.
Yeah.
Unplanned, like I didn't know he was gonna be there. I just got out of work really late. I was like, yo, was it a sign or a coincidence? You know, like. But that's the thing. I don't know what the sign would be. Obviously,
That's
If
one
it
of those
was
things that
one-
like I think maybe just time would be able to tell on that one, like
So
whether it would be
coincidence?
a sign or a coincidence. You know, like time really will give you that like better
Oh, you're gonna
viewpoint.
plunge into a time talk,
Yeah.
a time TED talk.
I feel like it's just I feel like
Yeah, maybe.
Well, it's like you ever heard that
Y'all
saying?
are there, y'all are
Like, you ever notice how like when you talk about I really want something, like it comes up more frequently, like you notice it more. You ever heard like that happen? Like let's say like you see a car on the street and like
yeah.
like a certain model of a car,
yeah, and you start
then
to
you'll be like,
recognize it
ooh
more.
yeah, and then it's like, oh wait, everyone has one. Yeah. Like when I got my car, I had never seen that car before in my life. I got that car. I see, like everywhere I go now, I see one.
Yeah.
It's
Makes
I mean, is that a sign that I made the right choice, or is that just a coincidence that there was a really good deal going on for cars?
Crazy.
It's your FBI agent just driving past you. Like, no, I'm schooling you.
Speaking of FBI agents, you know, we were this happened like a week or two ago, and both these guys remember we were talking about going to Taco Bell and just like getting food just to go eat. And so as we were getting in my truck to leave, my GPS just pops up randomly and said 7 minutes to Taco Bell. And here's the
as soon as you got in the car.
As soon as I got in my truck. And here's the funny thing, like, I had not plugged in Taco Bell into my phone. I had not even been on my GPS in like 4 or 5 days. Like, that was something that just kind of popped up. And that came funny right after we watched a
Social
series
Dilemma,
on Netflix,
right? Yeah.
The Social Dilemma, where they start talking about how there's computers and people watching you at all times on your social media.
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah, we knew that anyway, but it's like, it's crazy that that's.
But does that scare you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, are you okay with someone being like, well, let me make sure you're not a bad guy or you're not gonna get hurt by someone? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're like, why do you
to
want to know these things about me?
Yeah.
Thoughts? You haven't said anything.
I'm trying to think, but like
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to like. I'm trying to think of it like a couple different ways. Because I mean, it could be.
I know. Well, today's election, like actual election day. Well, you know, counting up all the stuff. But did you hear about what California they passed? I think it's like, it's called something 24. I think it's like past 24 or something like that. It's like a bill. It's basically like giving them more privacy from
Media.
from the internet, and like when you're on the internet, like certain
cool.
ads and stuff like that. It's a little more
That's the
protection.
crazy thing about like,
I didn't read a whole bunch on it, but I saw it got passed today.
There's no regulations on the internet and stuff. Well, there is, but think about it, like for privacy. And,
Yeah,
for
but
your
like
social
you have to accept like
It's
that's what
all
I'm saying.
over. All your
Right
stuff
now.
is.
It's crazy.
The internet is it could be it's a fun place, but it could be a dangerous place.
Very dangerous.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely one of the more deeper.
I think it's something that's not discussed enough in politics. Would you say?
Well,
There's
wasn't it
nobody-
backed by like the military? That's how it like
you gotta
started,
think
right?
about the whole, Jeffrey Epstein thing. Did you
Yeah.
see that?
Yeah.
Where they involved so many high class, high political people in this huge scandal.
Yeah.
It's super crazy.
It's fun. It's weird.
It's crazy how that works.
Did he kill himself?
No.
He was definitely killed.
Sean,
What?
your answer?
No, he definitely didn't. I don't think he killed him. There's no way.
There is
No,
so
he
much
killed
evidence to say that he was strangled.
But they're just like, nope, killed
The
himself.
tattletale
of
strangler
course, the
got him,
politics
bro.
find
The
a way to
tattletale
cover it up
strangler.
somehow. And it's all about money, is what that documentary really showed, is how much money and power can do for somebody.
It's just like
And the limitations.
it's crazy the
that
amount of
they don't
political
have.
people that are involved, and it's like, what are y'all doing?
It's crazy. They let the high power get a hold of them. Think they're untouchable.
Yeah, but that's what he did was
It's
horrendous.
crazy stuff.
That was.
He did it for so long too. Did it for like 30 years.
And then they said, what was her name? Gillian or something? That's like his like.
She,
Ghislaine
just
Maxwell
now-
or some
Yeah,
shit like
She
that.
like just now started getting prosecuted, like in the last 6 months. Like they just now started prosecuting her, I believe.
Hold on,
It's crazy.
Sorry,
That blows my mind, dude.
sorry for all this noise, real quick. Stupid stand. That's all right. We're good.
Hey, yo, we should just.
I'll just cut that out.
Anyways, yeah, no, I think the way they made the documentary was definitely, it was good to like if somebody didn't know what was going on,
Yeah.
it was a good way to portray, I guess, but I don't want to get too because I don't know the whole shebang. I didn't only watch the documentary.
I wanted to watch the documentary, but
Isn't it still on
It
Netflix?
might still be.
I want to say it is.
It was.
They need to. Okay.
It was
Netflix.
a show that you had to finish, like you couldn't pause between episodes.
I don't know what Netflix is up to, but they've been dropping some.
yeah, what's up with the
Some
no more
some,
that 70s show?
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like,
I'm tired-
That's not cool.
I think their
And then-
contract ran out with whoever owns the show.
I'm
Well,
tired of
Hulu
all these
doesn't
new
do any
streaming
better, so-
services, dude. Everything's like, oh, you can only watch that here.
Everything's about
Oh,
contracts.
only on
It's
here,
crazy.
only on this network.
about
Like
money.
what? I
All
don't.
about
I'm
money.
getting sick of that.
Money drives it all.
It sucks.
Well,
I mean, they made South Park exclusive to HBO Max.
dropping like $60 on.
Yeah.
On what? No, wait. How much is Disney Plus?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, I don't know because
I
I got
don't
it.
know. I
I got it
haven't
free for a year because I
yeah.
got Verizon.
yeah, I don't know what it is, but
So
it's like 12 at most. It's essentially like Netflix, I think.
All I watched The Mandalorian.
well, no, I watched some Disney movies.
Yeah.
I watched a few. Hey, favorite Disney movies?
Ooh, that's a big.
I think I know yours. You said.
Me?
I think so.
No, I heard you talking about it yesterday, but no, I haven't told you mine.
Mine tie back to like my early childhood, like just like
Yeah.
my favorite early childhood movies. So
What were we doing? Top 5?
Probably top
Hey,
three.
Top
five?
five? I can't go in order.
Yeah,
I really love.
But your 5 best.
I don't really have
you're
an
fine.
order, but like
I don't know, not order. Just
Dinosaur was a really good one, like the like live action dinosaur one.
Yeah.
Spirit for sure. The horse movie.
Oh, okay.
Monsters Inc. was a
Yeah.
really good movie. Lion King, of course, was amazing, and probably I think that's it. That's all I can think of right now.
So you got 4.
Yeah.
Me, probably Toy Story for sure. The first one.
That goes.
That one. I love that one. And then I liked. Oh, Tangled. Tangled's low key.
You always talk about
on.
Tangled.
It
Why
was
do you love
slept on,
Tangled
bro.
so
I don't know.
much?
I think it's cute. I think it's funny and some. I don't know. I like it. What else? I like Hercules.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like Hercules a little bit, and then I like I'd probably have to say. Did you know Pirates of the Caribbean was Disney?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably that. I'd probably say the first one.
Mine would probably be
Just
I like
I need that.
Toy Story. Toy Story, yeah, probably my favorite. The Lion King, Hercules, Coco's up there. I don't know if you've seen Coco.
Oh yes, I
I
have
freaking
heard.
love that movie.
I've heard good things, and I have seen.
What I got, like 4? Was it 4? Did you say 4? I need one more. I'd probably say. There's a lot of good ones. I'm gonna say Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 is pretty
Toy
good.
Story 2 is pretty good.
But yeah.
Acceptable. They're all really good, but everybody knows.
But
the OGs,
hey, but
Toy
don't you
Story.
guys find it crazy how much Disney actually owns?
Well, yeah.
Too damn much.
It's freaky.
Well, also
Like-
how much it's changed.
But why is that okay?
That's Okay, that's like
It goes back to like
almost like monopolies. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
back
have
in like the
huge companies
industrialization.
that buy out other companies. Like I know Sony just like. It was either Sony or
Industrial age, yeah.
somebody just bought another big company, or they're like trying to buy them. I know Sony's involved.
Oh, it's the one I sent you. They're trying to buy a Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's like a whole.
that's a whole genre.
That's a whole country worth of
That's a lot.
economy.
Yeah,
That's a lot, for sure.
I don't think Japan would do that though.
But, I mean, who knows?
Like that's crazy.
No, yeah, think about that. Look, but see, like how they took Marvel, who were their own thing, and they brought them in, and then I won't even say, I don't even know if Pirates of the Caribbean like started out. I don't even think they were Disney yet.
Yeah, they did. It was always
Were
Disney.
they?
Yeah, it was always Disney.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was.
Well,
It's a very good company though. Like very successful.
yeah. Well, now I mean they're getting. I wouldn't so much as say is they're just a really. They're also kind of well put together. They had TV shows. You know,
And
if you
you're
look at
always
their
gonna
merchandise they
kids
have,
to
and
watch it, you know?
I see
There's always
Baby
gonna be
Yoda
kids.
and all kinds of things. You know, at Target, just because it's a hot item, and it's like everything from like pillows to blankets, piggy banks, stuffed animals, trading cards, action figures. Dude,
I saw a mask.
that's just one thing though. That one little. It's not even about the Mandalorian. They should just name it the Baby Yoda show.
They really should.
That's what's
The
good.
child show.
How many Mandalorian action figures do you see walking out
I
of
mean, it's
Target?
quite a bit. But walking.
But
out.
how much do you see of Baby Yoda walking out?
Every day.
That's what I'm saying.
I buy all this stuff. What do you mean? I got a blanket right over there.
This guy. It's insane though, the amount of, the name brands that they have. They have like, Robert Downey Jr. as the face of Iron Man, and then turn around they have Johnny Depp, the face of Like, they know how to use actors over there.
It's crazy.
Because, you see all these, like, these movie casts where people are like, oh, you should start this person for, that's, like, this movie, and, damn.
It's just an awkward moment of silence.
Oh yeah, take a moment of silence, because they took That 70s Show off of Netflix.
Yeah,
That's a disgrace,
It's ridiculous.
What y'all watch growing up? What was y'all's like?
We were talking about it downstairs. Drake and Josh. What I would be to be a kid to experience Drake and Josh again.
Just around like Christmas time. I remember Drake and Josh Christmas. That was one of my favorite.
Oh yeah,
movies.
I remember he like falls in like the back of the truck and he gets like kidnapped almost.
Yeah.
They had to break out of prison with Kimbo Slice. It was awesome.
Oh man,
I love that
funny.
movie.
Oh man, Drake and Josh was like one of my favorite shows growing up.
They only made like 5 seasons or 4 seasons.
I don't know.
It was on for a while.
It was always.
But I even watched I'd rewatch the episodes because they're just funny. It's just dumb funny.
They are good. They're on Hulu. I still watch them.
Bro.
What else was a good show? iCarly was pretty lit. I didn't go front.
Pretty hard. Yeah. And then we watched them grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Into teenagers. And
Zoe 101 was low key.
That one got messed. Did she get pregnant?
Yeah, I heard that was the whole reason
they
had to stop the show because she ended up getting pregnant.
Damn.
Someone's
like, I'm gonna put a baby in her, man.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
man.
God.
They wanted that money.
What else? That's just off of Nick's too.
SpongeBob.
A lot of people probably think, I watch Disney or I watch
SpongeBob.
Everybody watched SpongeBob.
I didn't.
But did y'all watch it from way?
I watched
way
it
back?
younger. I didn't watch it
I still watched it.
When it first, I kind of got off of it.
I loved it.
My parents hated it. They were like, we don't like it.
It's not as good because it's been censored a lot. So if you go back and watch an episode from 2001 or 1999 or 2000, the things they say are not even close to what they say now. They're just, it's crazy how everything's changed. With our generation.
What about some other shows? Disney shows?
Disney shows.
I didn't really watch Disney.
Oh, what? What did you watch? Cartoon Network?
No, Nickelodeon or movies.
Oh.
That's what that's how I got so invested in the movies, I guess.
But Cartoon Network? You remember y'all remember the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
Yeah.
That was.
I watched Codename Kids Next Door.
I watched Scooby Doo.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I would watch Scooby Doo.
Because after Cartoon Network, it would roll into Adult Swim.
Yeah, and then I'd watch Family Guy.
I would watch Family
Robot
Guy.
Chicken.
Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
God, Robot Chicken.
My buddies.
Then they would have I think that's when you first got introduced to anime. Was Adult Swim.
Yeah,
because they would have.
They used to do Toonami.
Inuyasha, Gundam, and all that.
And they had Dragon Ball and Naruto.
Oh God! Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but they used to do Toonami. They do it every now and then, but it was more common back then, and that's how you would watch anime. And if you were a kid and you didn't really have internet, because I don't know if Crunchyroll was a thing back then, but
you need internet for cable, no?
No. Well, yeah, I don't know. But, I don't know. You get what I'm saying. High-speed internet to stream videos online with, I'm saying, back then. But, yeah, what about, what's the other show on Cartoon Network?
I watched a little bit
Ben 10? I was going to say Ben 10. I always wanted one of those things.
Foster's Home.
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Yeah.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Johnny
Bravo.
Johnny Bravo, bro.
Oh, there's some good ones. Wait, you know what? Hold on. I think there's some on here. Let's see.
Dexter's Laboratory was.
Let's see some Cartoon Network shows.
Samurai Jack was on there.
Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack is underrated. Let's see. Get some cartoons. Oh, South Park.
Oh my God.
I mean, I shouldn't have been watching it, but.
Yo, this HBO Max.
It's got a lot of stuff, dude. Oh, Regular Show? I watched Regular Show.
Teen Titans went hard.
Yeah, Teen Titans.
I didn't watch any of those. Well, except from.
Did you watch Chowder?
I gave it a chance.
I gave it a chance, but I didn't watch it.
The Powerpuff Girls. I didn't even remember
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls.
That
Yeah.
was one pretty hard.
Okay, these are all a bunch of shows I don't know.
Yeah, we're
Did y'all
going.
ever play like on the website, the Cartoon Network website?
Yeah.
And go play like all those games.
I
like,
was-
No,
Yeah.
I was
my
on.
favorite was Tom and Jerry.
I was on Pop Chopperka. I was on.
Oh yeah.
Tom and Jerry was my favorite because
Congregate.
you had to be really strategic about where you put your traps so that you could catch him. It was really awesome.
Aqua Team.
Oh yeah, Aqua Team. Yeah. Oh, the Boondocks.
Yes.
I watched the Boondocks. I love the Boondocks.
Yeah, shows just aren't the same as they used to be. You know, Robot Chicken. I still can't believe that's even aired on TV. Robot Chicken is an extreme.
Yeah, I was gonna
genre.
say, my buddy was telling me that
Some of the things on
he was
Robot
singing
Chicken
some
are
song from Robot
insane.
Chicken, and his girlfriend was like, "What is that?" He's like, "You've never seen Robot Chicken?" And she's like, "No, that's an actual show." And he's like, "Am I crazy?" Or and then he was like, "You watched Robot Chicken, right?"
That
I
was
like, hell yeah.
That was where show me the booby. That's also where that's like.
Robot Chicken. I just remember. God, I remember so many different violent things from that show.
I remember the first time my dad let me watch Family Guy, and he was like, "Don't tell your mom, don't tell your mom." It was like, "I'll let you watch it, but you can't tell your mom you watched
We
it."
all got desensitized to things on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
There comes a time in every young
Well, no,
man's life.
but
where-
okay. So here's what happened. My dad ended up getting caught. Like basically, I watched the show because one time my favorite joke at the time when I watched Family Guy was when. Do you remember when Peter goes to like the Willy Wonka episode? Do you remember that one? He goes to the beer place and he trips and he falls and he hits his knee. And he's like,
It's like,
yeah. I used to do that all the time because I thought that was hilarious. And one day my mom was like, "What are you doing?" And then I was like, "It's from a show." And she's like, "What is that from?" And she's like, "What is that from?" And I was like, "Oh, it's from the show Family Guy." And then she was like, "Wait, what?" And then my dad was like, "Can't watch that anymore."
Man, that's rough.
Yeah, it was tough.
yeah, Family Guy was. I never even got to. I didn't even finish Family Guy.
There's so many
Family Guy has
seasons.
so many seasons, so many episodes.
But the first movie my parents ever took me to was the South Park movie. I was a baby though, so I didn't
Did you
know.
ever watch The Simpsons?
The Simpsons
really?
is cool.
So many episodes.
Yeah,
Like
Simpsons.
thousands.
Simpsons been around for a long time.
Long time, and they predict everything.
It's seeing out. Are those people that see signs, or do they just think things like like coincidentally? Let's say this happens. You know what I'm
To
saying?
have that many coincidental incidents.
That's what I'm
is
saying. Do you
crazy.
think they know know something we don't? Like, do they see a sign or a pattern?
Like, what?
Because he's
What
talking about The Simpsons.
You know how,
Oh.
like, The Simpsons.
How they
are
predict
famous
everything?
for
I don't know.
predicting
I don't. Maybe.
They can predict.
Well,
the
I mean, it's the
coronavirus,
topic you
they
brought up
predict
today.
the-
Signs or
Signs
coincidences.
and coincidences.
But he's saying, how could you have that many coincidences?
How could you have that many coincidences?
Oh, like-
That's not like. At one point, do you stop saying it's coincidental?
And say it's like
Yeah, but
a
how do we know
sign.
some of those are real and somebody just like Photoshop that and be like, no fucking way, and then
Sean,
slap it on the
they're
internet?
all
You gotta
documented
find the
episodes.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
All the episodes. Yes.
All of them.
You could just
Every
Google
single one of
any
them.
and be
Every
like,
episode
what
that's brought up is
episode-
documented.
We need to get somebody down from the fucking FBI to go talk to him and get that.
That's what I'm
figured out.
saying.
That's why
Do you
I-
think
And
he's
nobody's approached him.
like the
Nobody
guy-
said nothing.
the guy that's writing this?
Hard
Is
to
he
believe.
seeing as signs or patterns, or is he just like,
I'm sure
I'm just
you
gonna
can
go out on a
find
whim
that
here?
somewhere on the internet. He has to have been interviewed, like he says. There's no way.
Where do you get your weed from?
Yeah. So signs and coincidences. I feel like we haven't talked about it enough.
Do you think this right now, all this that with the election, COVID? Do you think this is a sign or coincidence?
Wait, but what do you mean?
Like all like people obviously.
But what is
they
all?
they say that 2020 is not the year.
Oh, just not the year.
Yeah. But what makes 2020 not the year? Just COVID
Everything.
or the election?
Yeah.
Because you can go either way on the election side.
Well, I mean, it's just the way
look at
everything's
the
been
world.
handled. Yeah, it's the way
You look at
everything's
the
been
world. You
handled.
look at the country. Like
Yeah, I'm saying, is it a
Nobody-
sign or is it a coincidence that this all these events have fallen down into like this timeline and like all like back to back to back.
I think it's a sign.
That's what I'm saying. Look at like you know, like God rest him. Look at Kobe. Like when that happened, that was like early. What? That was like February.
That was before COVID was like a thing here.
That's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying a lot of people had gotten sick in December and January, and then when it started to clear up elsewhere,
Yeah.
Like, that started to make sense February getting into March, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That was when schools were like, you know what, we're probably going to go online, you know, and then from there. Or they just...
I'll say, I think it's both a sign of a coincidence, though.
Maybe, yeah.
Because, I mean,
like, it was supposed to happen, but then, like...
Yeah.
Like, in some divine way, it was supposed to happen, but also, like, these events, like, were probably caused by the government, or...
Yeah. Well, I'm a firm believer that I believe the Chinese did it, yes. I believe that.
That's hard for me to believe. You didn't...
No, but I believe that they man-made it, and they didn't expect it to be what it became. Because
so instead of quarantining, we...
Well, no, I'm saying that's the root of the problem, right? That's where it came from.
Yeah.
But why? Like, I don't know. I just think it's it's a sign and a coincidence, because I don't know how I'm gonna word this here.
If this was blamed on the Chinese, why is it now Trump's fault? That has nothing to do with Trump.
Because what he did in response to it.
And okay, right.
Because he was giving away, I guess, the supplies that we had.
Like funding elsewhere instead of
pretty much
in COVID relief.
Yeah. And like, not even. I'm not saying the early stages. Like, you know how some people said they got it in like December and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying like when it was like, hey, it's coming. Like, it became more of a thing. Like late February, early March. He was talking about it being risky, and then after he was like, "Oh, it's not that bad." Like, how can you do that? Because
yeah, well, to be fair, I thought it wasn't that bad either.
Yeah,
I'll be honest too. I didn't think it was as serious as a deal.
But
there were other leading factors of...
Yeah, but when it happened, you were a little more serious than he was.
Yeah, but then you kind of have to. That's just the human instinct. People are gonna immediately be like, "Oh shit," you know. This is real. But then, like, once you start to understand a little bit more about what you're dealing with, you're like, "Oh, well, then it's not as different as some of these other viruses that are actually currently killing more people, or have killed more people." They're like, yeah, but COVID will be on the same timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, but aren't we also getting a cure? There's no cure to like.
Yeah, but we're like.
There's no cure to AIDS, so you're just gonna tell people not to have sex anymore?
Do you think there's not a cure to AIDS?
I mean, I think we should look for one.
How do you know they don't already have one? Just because they tell you they don't doesn't mean they do.
You think they would they would hide that?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm sure, okay. Then you'd have to gauge whether or not somebody has something in the White House and is willing to do something about it. So what if somebody does have AIDS in the White House?
I don't know. I mean, it's all a money thing.
Well, they all get
because of the the pharmaceutical companies get you to pay money for that drug, you need to just stay alive.
So, okay, my question to you is, okay, if that is like a possibility, why would they do that? Why would they hide something so... Why are they doing that now, though?
I just told you.
Why?
For money.
Just for money.
Yeah, money drives a lot, if not everything.
Yeah. Especially in...
But I thought we discussed the other day that money it's not even real.
Yeah. We know it's not real.
So what are they gaining?
The power. Mm-hmm. Because everybody believes the more money you have, the more power you have.
Yeah.
I guess.
Money is power.
That's how people view it. Yeah. We view it, it's like it doesn't exist.
It, of course, yeah. It's a known fact.
So, signs and coincidences. You just started rambling.
No, yeah, but I was kind of confused for a second.
I just think it's both. What's happened with everything, it's just a sign and a coincidence. That it's a sign that we gotta do better as people. Do better, just be humans. But
no, I wouldn't say be human, because being human is kind of what got us here today. I would agree that in the sense that we do have to communicate things, but the underlying issue is always communication. It really is.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's something, an idea proposed by somebody, you know, or from one party to another. The Chinese communicating, hey, we had a virus, but I get it now. We can't really do anything about that.
Yeah.
You know, this is kind of the game,
Or we should have done
that we
after.
dealt.
That is
Right.
the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But
It was just bizarre to me too. We were like the most prepared country for this, weren't we?
we should have been.
Should have been, but we also, I think, were the least, like, the country that didn't take it seriously. That's kind of the whole point. That's why everybody was got sick in the first place, because we were ignoring it. Like, I was too, but like I said, and then obviously it spread like crazy. So
I think that's where like people were like, you know what, like that was when they were like, I think we should do whatever. That was when the attitude of do whatever makes you feel happy kicked in for some people, you know.
and then there were some places that were like on.
Because they were like, why, you know, like why would I have to wear a mask? And then
That's why. I don't know why it's such a big deal.
Yeah, I don't see it as that big a deal either. But people would be people.
you know what they do help with right now though? I mean, like when it gets cold, it keeps your whole like nose, it keeps your nose warm, and it keeps your lips from like getting chapped.
I don't know. I got a bunch of masks now. I'm just gonna keep wearing them even after.
It's kind of crazy though, cause like I
So
feel
the
like
new
we've gotten
fashion
so
trend.
used. I've gotten used to it at work.
Yeah.
Like and I'd be running around sometimes.
Still sucks sometimes, but I'm used to it.
No, yeah, but like it's definitely like sometimes you forget it's there, and then you're like, oh crap.
Yeah. It's just
Also sucks sometimes with a beard. I mean, it does suck.
Yeah, you gotta shave
Yeah.
a lot. You gotta wash them, and then the mask business has.
it's booming.
thrived.
Everybody wants a custom mask, man.
Yeah, and I have so many people trying to make custom masks.
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy.
My mom's like, "Yeah, you like any of these masks?" My friend's selling some. I'm like, what? Everyone's got a mask business. It's crazy. Who knew everyone would be like Kakashi, eh, Sean? This guy rocks. So, Tristan, what are you even talking about? I mean, you know, you're our guest. What are some things that have been on your mind?
Football.
Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
Fortunately.
Cowboys fan.
Cowboys fan here. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry to everybody listening. I am a
Couldn't
Cowboys
be me.
fan.
Couldn't be me
Don't
either.
say anything that bad because we're struggling enough. We've been beaten enough this year. Just leave us alone. Don't say nothing
We
bad.
have an understandable reason.
I can't believe
to
y'all.
suck
I
right
can't
now.
believe y'all lost to
We
the
suck
Eagles.
so bad, bro. Dude, I'm glad they beat us because that, like, at least, like,
Better
we
draft
know
pick.
it's over now, you know? Like,
We know it's
season's
over now.
Better draft pick.
That's what I'm saying. We got a top 5 draft pick right now. It's better to just pick up and move on.
We gotta do better so that they can drop even further because we're below them right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's...
Just don't see Houston doing. They can't do much.
Yeah, well, Bill
We
O'Brien.
don't have any picks. We don't have any.
Bill O'Brien
O'Brien
screwed your
screwed
team
y'all
before he's like,
so
yeah, I
long.
think I'm ready to go.
What was his? I don't understand his. You know what? I'm gonna trade away my best player for a
Ego.
bag of chips.
I
Like
guess he
I
had
don't get that.
confidence. He must have had
Ego.
confidence in y'all's team.
It's his ego. He thinks he's a good enough coach and that he doesn't. That it's not
Good
just
enough
one player.
coach. We blew a 24-0.
But that's
freaking
that's
lead,
how
bro.
he thinks, Sean.
That's a point.
But let's
That's-
talk about
that's
let's talk
not how
about
he
my
thinks he wasn't
team
thinking.
because we're winning.
It's-
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna be a Cardinals or Raiders fan
God.
probably in the next.
Wow, jumping ship, Sean.
I'll go where Deshaun goes. What the hell?
Yeah,
What is that?
it's for my Halloween costume.
It kept bouncing on your arms.
I had to hold it on my arms. That's why I have bruises. So my Halloween costume was a traffic cone, and so it was one of those big ones. And so it was kind of heavy on my neck, head, and shoulders. And so I had a bunch of bruises on my arms. So that's what that question was for. But speaking of Halloween, what do y'all think about Halloween?
Okay. I
Do you
get
think
Halloween.
do you think
I don't
that
think
we
it's
should be like kids and participate in that stuff, or do you think it's time
I think
to call
Christmas
it?
is better.
Or do you think it's time to call it?
I lost some of y'all when I said
mean,
that,
you
but I
can-
think Christmas is better.
You could still, it's still cool. I mean, if you're going to like a Halloween
That's what
party,
I'm
it's
saying,
still cool to
it's
dress in the
fine.
costume.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm like Sean.
I like the
I'm not
idea.
big on Halloween. Like
I'm not
everyone
huge
else
on it
is.
either. I'm like, oh, cool. I like it, but I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna dress up for it. And
Yeah, I mean, I will, but
I will too, like if it's like an occasion. But like, I'm like, it's just I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not big on Halloween either. I'm big on Christmas.
I'm huge on Christmas. I get passionate for Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas is fun.
You can't not like Christmas.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, that
You can, but it's really hard.
Yeah,
Just
I wanna
the
know
overall
why you wouldn't like
idea of it.
Christmas.
The overall idea of Christmas is
well, I
hard.
guess people would they'd argue it's too cold or.
Yeah, maybe that, but when is it?
I'm talking about
Texas?
Christmas, the holiday itself, like.
yeah, I
There's
know.
a
Like what you
Christmas
get to
couple
do
years ago,
on
there was, like,
Christmas.
89
But the
degrees.
build up to Christmas, I think, is the best part.
Right. I think it was at an early age for a lot of kids though, because it was school was getting out,
That is the
it was getting colder, football was going, basketball on Christmas Day, presents.
Yeah, it was
As a kid though, you know, maybe even snow to some people.
I wish.
Yeah.
We got it like what once?
Well, it's
I-
not
it's
even on Christmas. I'm
never
It was
thought
like
of
February, like last year when we got it, or January.
Yeah.
Man.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Notice how these seasons are starting to stretch. You know, like it gets.
Climate.
Oh God, dude. It's time to go to Mars.
Time to go to Mars, baby. Elon, I'm coming with you.
Elon Musk, baby, 2023.
That's what I want to do. Dude.
2024.
I want.
2024?
As I'm like,
You gonna say?
we mentioned podcast one. I'm an engineer, civil engineer. I want to design the freaking, you know.
The space shuttle?
No, if we do go to Mars, it would be nice to build new roads and new like, you know.
It'd be interesting. How would you do it?
What do you mean? How we would do it?
Like, how would the... How...
Just take what we apply here. We have to make sure that the
But-
ground and
Isn't gravity different on Mars?
yeah, we'd have to use a different constant.
That's interesting.
We'd have to calculate how like anything math related on that we have here. Obviously, we'd have to go over there, remeasure everything. However, you know, like we'd have to go through a rebuilding stage for sure. Like we'd have to reset our math scales a little bit. Like the G-force would be different.
But,
The-
it's just my thought. If we go to Mars, would they put a dome on it?
If we went to Mars and we put a dome on it.
Yeah, like, would we be bubbled in or would we just build on Mars? Because, like, it doesn't have the same atmosphere.
Well, right now, yeah.
as
Right now,
Earth,
currently,
right?
I don't believe we could live on the surface without some source of help. Like we couldn't survive there without.
Well, also, how
We
would you
would
know
need
about-
more oxygen. It's still stretched in, but they just recently found that there was water. Like water crystals on Mars somewhere. Like in one crater, they had water. But if we lived there, there was possibility of us living underneath the crust, and like underground. But yeah, if we were to live on the crust, we'd probably have to. We'd have to wait and see, kind of like what Mars, you know, does. I mean, it's a planet just like Earth, but
Go ahead.
it changes just like Earth does. It could, for some it's hard to explain.
It's a lot to
You can
think
kinda
about,
speak
too.
on the
Earth goes through
science
phases of
coincidences.
life just like any other planet
Yes.
does. And so water could potentially in the future get debris from, you know, oncoming asteroids or, you know, in itself as long as there's water, that means there's life. Something's growing. And you know, that's kind of how it started here on Earth, you know, and then when it
So do you think? Hey, you think?
maybe
I was gonna say, do you think
maybe we're
that
meant
you're
to
ready
leave-
leave Earth? That was
yes,
gonna be
I
the
don't
next
think we're meant to
question.
stay.
That's the next question.
But then a lot of people
Is
want to
it a
preserve
sign
Earth for as long as we
that
can.
Climate
We had
change
that
is
talk.
happening. Do you
Yeah.
think that's a sign that climate change is happening, or do you think it's a coincidence? Because maybe Earth is like reaching its like its like ending point. Like with, of course, we're speeding.
Maybe,
up
but I still think that
process,
we will probably become just as livable as Mars is. If we continue down the road that we go, I feel like.
Yeah, it's gonna be
because we're burning away.
We're still doing a lot.
Tons of raw material, and
Yeah.
we've got factories spouting out left and right across the globe.
Yeah.
You know. What?
I was going to say, do you think Mars would be?
I mean, it's a fresh ozone. It's not, you know. Granted, it might have different.
Well, because you said like there's things.
Air particles.
You're talking about things like evolving on Mars, right? If
potentially, I think I think we could adapt to a different environment.
Well, I'm saying, do you think that something's already adapting? Like.
Oh yeah, that.
Like, so do you think maybe by the time we get to Mars, there will be other beings there?
Maybe. If there is, that's an issue. Because from anything, you know, any past, you know, I don't want to say. I guess you could not say conspiracy now that we have proof. You know, the government showed us. You know, okay, Carl Sagan. I want to say it was Carl Sagan, Stephen Hawking, and then there was somebody else. They said they all three had the same response to if outdoor beings found us first. Or if the intergalactic telephone rings, do not answer it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't, because we don't know the true intentions. It's either to. It's 50-50. You're either gonna get killed or not.
Yeah.
You know, there is. You know, we don't know what kind of races are out there. You know, we don't know how crazy they are. We see like we can only compare what we have here on Earth. You know, within ourselves, who's crazy here and who's not.
Yeah.
You know, this could be a different species that's like, you know what, we thrive off of just pure energy and we're just going to kill you and eat you because y'all are all raw energy. For some different measurement of, you know, energy or how it's, whatever.
So you don't think we should meet aliens?
I don't think we should.
I want to, though. Would you want to meet aliens, T? I don't know. You don't think you're ready for it?
I don't know the idea. Because what if they're harmful to us? What if they're harmful to...
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just from watching too many movies or just thinking too much about it or...
But you wouldn't want to meet one?
You want to go in that haunted house, man?
I'm just saying.
But...
You wouldn't want to be like able to take...
Sure, it'd be a cool experience, but until he or she or it... Shim, I don't know. Rips your heart out.
Maybe they're just beings.
It's like,
Maybe they're just beings. Maybe they're not even genders.
Oh, now we know they have feelings? How do we know they have feelings?
I'm just saying. Oh my god. We've talked about a lot of things today. We've gone off a lot.
Aliens, politics, what else?
Football.
Disney.
Football, Disney.
We've talked about a lot of things.
Tristan's background.
Let's talk some positive things going on in your life. What's positive in your life? Positive in your life. Christmas.
Christmas is coming.
The thought of it coming.
Yes.
Winter is coming, eh?
I get paid on Friday.
The end of 2020.
Yeah,
I get paid for it.
But some good things going on in your life, you know? Nothing
good things?
Like positive things happening? No?
I had him in sleep last night.
Yeah. You kind of take what you can get in college terms.
I mean, I've caught up with some friends recently I just went and saw some family. I don't know, that's like my biggest thing is I love
do it, you know,
hanging out with the homies.
Yeah, the positive thing for me right now, honestly, has been this has been keeping me inspired.
Oh, the pod?
Yeah, the pod. The past couple of days I've been a little inspired, you know, just talk. Listen, makes me want to read now.
Dude, the UPS guy out there has 2 people in there.
Yeah, they gotta get a bunch of deliveries out, bro.
Yeah, man. The election's here today, bro. A lot of people ordering different things.
Different merchandise.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, man.
Yeah, just in case. It's a big day,
It's a very big day.
It's crazy.
So
it's like, because if you think back to the last 4 years of your life.
No,
the last 4 years of like in office.
I don't go back.
I don't want to.
Yeah, because we were in high school when this happened.
Senior.
Originally. We were seniors.
Senior year.
We were seniors when this election happened.
I'm honest to God believe that my political science teacher did not like me.
Who?
Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor, if you're listening, I apologize for not paying attention in your class.
Oh gosh.
I was on my phone or flirting with people.
Oh. Oh.
And or. No. Yeah, high school was.
It was one girl. Okay.
It's one girl. No, high school is interesting, man. But to think back 4 years ago, I was different. Now I've changed.
Yeah, we've all
I think everybody's changed.
You're kind of forced to change.
Everybody has to grow up a little bit more.
Yeah, everybody has to change in their own ways.
It's
to be like experiences that they've had over the course of 4 years. Like all of us have gone through different things, done different things that like we wouldn't say or do or think we'd do 4 years ago. It's like if you couldn't tell me 4 years ago you knew. You'd
yeah, but now it's that's the whole transition from from grade school to college is.
Yeah.
Change.
No, yeah, but you're doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody to sit there and look over your shoulder and be like, "Do your homework, sweetheart," and
It's a different ball.
It's all you now. But see, that's the fun part. That is really one of the better parts about college is you really do get to find out more about yourself.
Yeah, you learn
when you're by yourself.
That's what I was talking about.
You learn how what makes you you, and
I was telling someone about that because it was because I know we were talking about it earlier. You know how people when Beto got the job at school, there's a bunch of people like, oh, my kid will never go there, or I'll never.
We lost funding, I think.
Yeah, well,
here at the university.
Alums, but I'm just like, why are you afraid of someone talking about other ideas?
I don't think there's so much as afraid that just won't support somebody like that. Just like somebody probably wouldn't support.
That's what I'm saying. If we're talking about me, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not let your kids learn? Like, why not let them learn about something and let them decide for themselves? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, let them decide for themselves. But if
why do you have to say no? My kid will never learn. Like, why can't he? What's wrong with information? You know what I'm saying?
I think one of the wisest things I ever heard was knowledge is power, and the more you know.
That's why I don't understand. What if you believe in the values that you've instilled in your child, right?
When you want them to be the most prepared they could be when they go into the real world, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you've instilled all
I think
these
that has a lot to
ideas
do with
and
not
morals.
only, but in turn the education system too. How we learn things, a lot of that is not applied. Like we should have like more schools should have an auto mechanics class.
Yeah.
And more,
Well, I'm not saying about the regular thing, but I'm saying like.
I get what you're saying though.
Why are you worried that the morals that you put into your kid and the values that you want them to hold and beliefs, why do you feel like someone giving them other opinions is going to be detrimental to them? How could, why does it...
Unless you yourself didn't raise your kid, right?
Exactly.
Right. I get that. You should be open. I love that my parents are like that. They let me explore. They're like, yeah, do whatever. Like, do whatever you see deemed fit. Don't... if you need us, we're back here. But, I'm glad that I see what you're saying though. Yeah. I do. I think that should be more instilled. But I mean, you can't. That's their kid though. You can't just be like, hey, you do that. But I do get that it should be like that.
I get it. I feel like everybody would understand everyone better if people,
But maybe okay, but. Is that a sign or a coincidence? I don't want to say if it's a sign. Is that like...
I think
is it supposed to be like that? Is it supposed to be... Cause,
no, it's not.
Well, look at it this way. Some people that have struggled that way have found greatness that way. Some people mistreated have become some of the most remarkable people in society. And I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying that in turn... It's not always a bad thing. That sometimes... I mean, my own experiences, made me who I am today. Just like yours do and his does. If somebody had a rough childhood and they turned around and they turned into an acting career, look at Robert Downey Jr. Good example. He was on a slippery slope, and then sometimes you just need, a little bit of your own self-thought process. You need to dwell on, but see, you need to listen more to people. You have to understand, I can't do certain things that I thought normally as a child would be acceptable.
Yeah.
You know, or not even a child, but a young adult. You know, the truth sooner or later comes out. You know, for everybody. You find out who people really are.
100%. Just I don't know. I think I think that's what's causing the divide. You know what I'm saying?
Between what, parent and child?
Just people in general. But
yeah,
beliefs.
that is people, parent and child. That's
but I'm just saying, like.
Yes, there's always room for improvement. I'm a firm believer that things do work out in your favor. Yeah, I think the cream eventually rises to the top. You gotta do the right thing, man.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Sorry, I was reading the text. No, I'm listening. I don't know. It's like we talked about yesterday. Well, I think we're off the podcast, or we might have been on, but it's just no. I think we were off. It's just people don't have the answers, you know.
But yeah, that's okay as long as you're.
Well, I mean, but I don't know.
I think people should be a little more active in their own lives, you know, and try to learn a little bit more about what affects them. You know, like we did say about local governments. And
I feel like it needs to be explained that the presidential election is important, but pay attention to the local stuff because it's affecting the things around you. So yeah. But.
Dude, I want a breakfast quesadilla.
Yeah, I don't want not food again. No, let's not talk politics. Let's go we can go 10 more minutes. About 10 more minutes. Let's talk about some things. We showed Tristan some new music yesterday. I showed both of you some new music yesterday.
It's not even new, but it's
new to you.
It's new to us, but we listened to. What was it called?
It's Childish Gambino's Royalty mixtape.
Yeah.
This dude never heard it.
I've never heard it either.
So I said you too.
Oh. Yeah, it was a nice album.
It's easily one of my favorite ones. But on the topic of music, continuing, Sean showed me a new song, and it's been stuck in my head.
Oh, Cage the Elephant.
Yeah, that's
Come a little closer.
Yeah,
oh, dude.
It gets stuck in your head, man.
The guitar.
It's very catchy.
Believe this guitar.
I think that's what I love about music, is that music can tell a story, but music can also be just like short memory. You know, something that just gets stuck in your head.
Catchy though.
But I think that's what I enjoy about music is that everyone's got a different style, you know? Can you not do that, please?
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm decompressing.
It's not wrong.
That's like all the depression leaving my body.
Just go downstairs and listen to some music, eh?
Yeah.
Hey,
Here's
if you guys want to listen with us, we're listening to Royalty.
I don't know if we're going to listen to it again today.
I mean, isn't that what everybody kind of does, though?
I don't really listen. I try not to listen to the same thing.
I try not to get burnt out by the same thing, but like if it's hard, it's hard. I'm going to listen to it.
Yeah.
That way I can memorize it.
Music's in such a weird place right now, though.
Yeah, because Drake will drop an album.
He drops one in January.
It's coming, relax. It's coming. No, but like, don't you find it crazy that our parents are like, oh, it's terrible, it's trash?
I think music's a generational thing, 100%.
Yeah, you talked about that the other day because I'm like, our parents before them, their parents were like,
think about it.
Yeah, but I like
their parents were like, your
I like
music's
Van Halen.
dumb.
I like
We're not gonna
Metallica,
like what our kids like.
I think it goes
Guns
back
N'
to what we were
Roses,
talking about
AC/DC,
with
man.
the beliefs and all that. You know, you just gotta be open minded to things like that.
I believe though, yeah, the more open-minded you are, the more
Some people
I'm-
have
yeah.
the ability
become as
to
a
be
person.
more open-minded, and other people are restricted by their beliefs or personal beliefs or like people that brought
100%.
them up. So it's really those are the only two people. There's really
That's
only
us.
two kinds of people.
Yeah,
There's
but
people
think
that
about it
can
this way.
have the ability to think outside the box.
If everybody was more open, if I was like, you know what, I like jazz more. Okay, I know that's like
hard though.
Okay, but
No,
listen.
I like some jazz.
I immediately can now communicate with the jazz audience.
Yeah.
Okay, but why doesn't everybody do that? If somebody's like, I like this certain person, why don't you associate with their group? Well, I don't fit in with their group. Well, then there's your answer. Maybe that person wasn't somebody you were supposed to hang out with. Boom.
Yeah.
Move on. But see, I don't think people take that. They're like, oh, why doesn't he like me? Or why can't I be this person's friend? I'm like, it's not even about that anymore.
It's just shut up. You're two different people.
Yeah, but
you have common interests. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there is nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, if there's an easier way to communicate to people if they.
I will admit
if they were more open. Obviously,
I will admit there's some music that is trash, but.
No, yeah. I mean, there's unappealing foods. There's unappealing.
But to just say, I'm just saying. I just find it like, is that a sign or coincidence?
I don't think it's a sign or
but
coincidence. I think it's a predestined thing that.
I think it's always, a pattern.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I like that word better.
But I think that could also be a sign. A pattern could also be a sign.
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm just saying, like, our parents before us, they think our music's bad now, and before that, their parents thought their music was bad, and then before that, their parents thought that. You know what I'm saying?
On that note, then, what should we go and listen to?
I have no clue.
We'll figure it out downstairs.
So,
what time is it?
We got 5 minutes.
I was gonna say, is it like lunchtime?
Lunchtime, you're hungry again? I just made us breakfast tacos this morning.
Oh, man's gotta eat out here, okay?
Alright.
Starving.
That's how you can make it something else.
What am I gonna make? What do we got?
Make
We were talking about ideas about new stuff we should make. Dude, I could make shepherd's pie if we still have that ground beef, my man.
We do, but we don't have cheese or potatoes. Yeah, so no.
Looks like we're gonna have to make a quick pit stop.
Or you can get pizza. All right, well.
Oh, we do have pizza.
Let's end the podcast. We'll talk about our food discussions later.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry if this episode seems a little bit off topic.
Yeah.
No, I like it like that. I think it's good to just.
Well, No, I mean.
You don't think the podcast is like linear? It's kind of like.
No. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, maybe we didn't talk about all the things we wanted to talk about.
What did we miss?
I feel like we didn't touch on your signs
and coincidences.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't talked about enough, but we can always come back to it.
Well, maybe somebody has a sign or coincidence they might want to share with us.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just saying if we signed on a topic today we were just talking about. We had a bunch of different things on our mind. We haven't seen Tristan.
We had Tristan.
And we haven't seen him in a few days. He's been working. You've been working.
Yeah.
We've been out of town, so we're all home together today for once. So we had a lot of things to talk about.
It was a blessing. It was a blessing indeed.
T.
It was a good time.
Thanks for having me. Thank you for getting on here, man.
You definitely will be back.
Yes.
And we'll be a little more. We'll have more of an idea. Oh, we'll have him back tomorrow night, eh? Football.
Probably, yeah. Who's tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow we're gonna talk about who we got on the games and.
Well, I don't even know who's playing.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow. Sean.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it was nice talking to you.
Y'all have a good day.
Everyone stay safe, mask up, stay blessed.